So Zapier just launched a new product. It's a beta version of a product called Zapier Central, which is basically this AI and automation chatbot that enables you to create these chatbots that connect to Zapier's 6,000 plus app integrations. So this is very similar to what OpenAI has with its custom GPTs, except you have access to all of Zapier's app integrations, everything from productivity tools to product management tools. And so to go ahead and show what it looks like to incorporate something like this into your workflow, I'm going to do an example of an email bot that can draft and send out emails for you on your behalf. And so when we come to the page to create a new bot, you'll see that you have here creating a behavior and adding a data source. And so we're going to go ahead and title this email bot, and the behavior is the instruction that you're going to give to the bot. And then the data source is any custom knowledge or information that you want to upload for it to draw from. And so we're going to go ahead and create behavior. And so for the instructions, we're going to say, when I say draft it, type up an email to whomever I specify. In fact, we'll say type up and send an email to whomever I specify. And then for the trigger, we're going to say when I message the bot. And so that message is going to be drafted. Now the action is the series of events it's going to take on to create the automation. And so it's going to create a draft, and we'll have AI fill in the subject line, who it's to, and everything else. And then it's going to go ahead and send that email. And again, we can kind of leave all of this as having the AI generate the value for the field. And so we'll be able to see how well it actually works. And from there, we can go ahead and test behavior. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a sample email to myself to see how well this works. And so it's asking me for the information required. So for the recipient email address, I'm going to say send an email to Aki at sirakinb@gmail.com, letting him know that his property has been listed and that we'll be actively marketing it over the next few weeks. So I'm sending an email to myself as if I'm a landlord, and this is coming from agents working with this particular landlord. And so I'm going to send that over and see what it says. All right, now we can go ahead and see whether the email was drafted and sent correctly. All right, so as you can see here, the email was drafted and sent to me. It came from my company email, Pentridge Media, and it went to my personal email, sirakinb. And the email itself looks pretty good. My signature is in there, so that's something that may have to be added or may have to be specified to sign it from the particular person. I didn't specify that when I was creating making the prompt, but otherwise it looks pretty good. Now let's go ahead and, so that was the test, but let's go ahead and do an actual example. All right, so we're going to go ahead and, now that we've tested it, send out an email as if it's a real situation. I'm going to send out another email to myself, and what we're going to do is going to say draft it. All right, now it's asking me for info. Send out an email to Aki at sirakinb@gmail.com, letting him know that we've found a qualified applicant for his property and that he should let us know how he'd like to proceed. The signature for the email should be from Sam. All right, so it's created the draft, sending the email. There you go. And just to show that it worked, you can see here, it created the subject line, qualified applicant found for your property. Send it to, this was an email sent to myself, signature from a person named Sam with a cordial email. This is the beta version for Zapier, and I'm sure they're going to make improvements and adjustments to it. So far, I'll say I like this a lot better than the custom GPTs because these automations are already housed within Zapier. With the custom GPTs, you have to either connect ChatGPT through an API to third-party apps, whereas with Zapier, the integrations are already built in for thousands and thousands of apps. And so it's going to be interesting to see where they go with this. Would definitely love to get your feedback. What do you think? Is this something that you would use, and how? And I'd be curious how you would use this for your workflows. But here we are, a email bot using Zapier's new Zapier Central product.